Do you wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep? Do you feel like your body just doesn't respond the way it used to? Do you want more energy, better performance, and the vitality to truly enjoy your golden years? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. I've spent over 2 decades as a senior health specialist, and I hear these exact concerns every single day. Here's what I want you to understand: this isn't weakness, this isn't laziness, and it's definitely not just old age. More often than not, it comes down to 3 simple vitamins your body is quietly missing. These aren't exotic supplements or expensive treatments, they're fundamental nutrients that most doctors simply don't emphasize enough for seniors. I'm going to share with you the 3 essential vitamins that can transform your energy levels, boost your performance, and restore that vitality you thought was gone forever. But here's what's even more important. I'm also going to reveal the dangerous mistake that over 70% of seniors make when taking vitamins, a mistake that could be sabotaging all your efforts. If you want more health tips made specifically for seniors, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments. Type 1 if this message speaks to you, or 0 if you want me to cover something different. Your feedback helps me create the content you need most. Vitamin 1, Vitamin D, the Sunshine Spark. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 72, loves gardening, and used to spend hours tending to her roses and vegetables. But over the past 2 years, something changed. She felt drained after just 30 minutes outside. She started avoiding those precious walks with her grandkids. Even simple tasks like carrying groceries felt overwhelming. Margaret's story isn't unique. It's the story of vitamin D deficiency, and it affects over 40% of older adults. But here's what most people don't understand about vitamin D: it's not just about bone health. It's about circulation, energy, and your body's ability to function at its peak. Think of vitamin D as your circulation spark plug. When you have adequate levels, it helps your body produce nitric oxide, a compound that keeps your blood vessels flexible and your circulation flowing smoothly. When you're deficient, it's like trying to run a car with a faulty ignition, everything becomes sluggish and inefficient. Poor circulation doesn't just mean cold hands and feet. It means less oxygen reaching your brain, causing that frustrating brain fog. It means your muscles don't get the nutrients they need, leading to weakness and fatigue. It means your immune system struggles to patrol your body effectively, leaving you vulnerable to infections. But here's the emotional reality that hits hardest: lack of circulation equals lack of freedom. It means avoiding activities you love, declining social invitations, and slowly retreating from the life you want to live. It steals your independence and chips away at your confidence. The good news? Your body is incredibly resilient. Margaret started with just 15 minutes of morning sunlight, not the harsh midday sun, but that gentle morning glow. She added fatty fish to her diet twice a week and started taking a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement with her breakfast. Within 6 weeks, something remarkable happened. She was back in her garden for hours, planning weekend trips with her grandchildren, and feeling like herself again. The transformation wasn't just physical, it was emotional and social too. Here's your action step: if you can safely get outside, aim for 15 to 20 minutes of morning sunlight on your arms and face. Include fatty fish like salmon or sardines in your diet, choose fortified dairy products, and if you're considering supplements, always choose D3 over D2, it's the form your body actually uses. But even if your blood is flowing well, what if you still feel tired and sluggish throughout the day? That's where our next vitamin becomes absolutely crucial. Vitamin 2, Vitamin B12, the energy generator. Robert was a retired firefighter, a man who once ran into burning buildings without hesitation. At 68, he found himself falling asleep in his recliner every afternoon, struggling to stay alert during conversations with his wife, and feeling like his brain was wrapped in cotton. His doctor ran the usual tests: blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, everything looked normal. But there was one test that revealed the culprit: vitamin B12 deficiency. Here's what you need to understand about B12. it's your body's energy converter. Every piece of food you eat, every nutrient you consume, needs B12 to transform into usable energy. Without adequate B12, it's like having a car with plenty of gas but no way to get it to the engine. B12 is also essential for creating healthy red blood cells. These cells are like tiny delivery trucks, carrying oxygen from your lungs to every part of your body, your brain, your muscles, your organs. When you're B12 deficient, these delivery trucks become fewer and less efficient. The symptoms creep up slowly: persistent fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, brain fog that makes simple decisions feel overwhelming, memory lapses that worry both you and your family, irritability that strains relationships, and muscle weakness that makes daily tasks more challenging. Here's the catch for seniors: even if you eat a healthy diet rich in B12 sources like eggs, meat, and dairy, your body's ability to absorb B12 decreases significantly with age. Your stomach produces less acid, which is necessary for B12 absorption. It's not your fault, it's biology. But not all B12 supplements are created equal. Many store brands use cyanocobalamin, a cheap, synthetic form that your body has to work hard to convert into something usable. Look for methylcobalamin instead. It's the active form your body can use immediately. Robert made the switch to a high-quality methylcobalamin supplement, taking it with his morning protein-rich breakfast. He also increased his intake of eggs and grass-fed meat. Within 3 weeks, his afternoon fatigue disappeared. Within 2 months, he was hiking mountain trails and playing actively with his grandchildren again. The transformation wasn't just about having more energy, it was about being present, engaged, and alive in his relationships and activities. Energy isn't just about movement, it's about mental clarity, emotional stability, and the capacity to fully participate in your life. In severe cases, B12 injections might be necessary, and that's a conversation worth having with your healthcare provider. But for many seniors, the right supplement taken consistently can make a world of difference. But energy alone isn't enough. Your body also needs protection from the daily wear and tear of living, and support for hormonal balance. That's where our third vitamin becomes your secret weapon. Vitamin 3, Vitamin E, the protector and fertility defender. James was a 70-year-old retired airline pilot who prided himself on precision and preparation. He exercised regularly, ate what he thought was a healthy diet, and took his medications as prescribed. But something was off. His mood felt flat, his motivation was declining, and despite his best efforts, he didn't feel like himself. His wife noticed it too. The man who once planned elaborate anniversary trips now seemed content to sit on the couch. The pilot who once navigated complex weather patterns now struggled with everyday decisions. What James didn't know was that his body was under constant attack from something called oxidative stress. Think of it like rust forming on metal, but happening inside your blood vessels, your brain, and your organs. This process accelerates with age, and without proper protection, it wreaks havoc on your vitality. Vitamin E is your body's primary defense against this internal rust. It's a powerful antioxidant that protects your blood vessels from damage, keeping your circulation flexible and strong. But it does something else that's particularly important for seniors, especially men: it supports hormonal balance and testosterone production. Low vitamin E levels contribute to mood dips, weakened immune function, poor circulation, and declining hormonal health. For many seniors, these symptoms get dismissed as normal aging, but they're often signs of a deficiency that can be addressed. Natural sources of vitamin E include almonds, sunflower seeds, olive oil, and dark leafy greens like spinach. But here's the key: if you choose to supplement, make sure it's natural vitamin E, not synthetic. Natural forms are better absorbed and utilized by your body. James started incorporating a handful of almonds into his daily routine, used extra virgin olive oil in his cooking, and added a high-quality, natural vitamin E supplement to his morning routine. But the real magic happened when he combined this with the other 2 vitamins. Within 2 months, his wife said it was like getting her husband back. His energy returned, his mood lifted, and he started planning again, not just day-to-day activities, but future adventures and goals. Now imagine not just one of these vitamins helping you, but all three working together in perfect harmony. That's where the real transformation happens. Walter, 68, had tried each of these vitamins separately over the years with modest results. It wasn't until he combined all three consistently that he experienced what he called his vitality renaissance. Here's why they work so much better together. Vitamin D opens up your circulation like turning on the water flow in your garden's irrigation system. Vitamin B12 fills that circulation with oxygen-rich, energized blood like adding premium fuel to a well-tuned engine. Vitamin E protects the entire system from damage while supporting your hormonal balance like having a top-notch security and maintenance crew. Individually, each vitamin addresses specific deficiencies. Together, they create a synergistic effect that rebuilds your foundation rather than just patching symptoms. Walter described it perfectly. I went from managing my limitations to rediscovering my possibilities. This isn't about chasing the fountain of youth or making unrealistic promises. It's about giving your body the fundamental nutrients it needs to function optimally, regardless of your age. Gerald, 74, came to see me carrying a plastic bag filled with 15 different vitamin bottles. He'd been taking them for months with virtually no results and was frustrated and discouraged. The problem wasn't that Gerald was taking vitamins, it was how he was taking them. He was making the three most common mistakes I see seniors make: choosing the wrong forms, being inconsistent, and expecting supplements alone to work miracles. First, he was taking vitamin D2 instead of D3, cyanocobalamin instead of methylcobalamin, and synthetic vitamin E instead of natural. It's like trying to fuel a precision instrument with low-grade materials. Second, he was taking them sporadically, a few days on, a few days off, sometimes with food, sometimes without. Consistency matters enormously with nutrients, especially for seniors whose absorption is already compromised. Third, he expected instant results without making any other changes to his diet or lifestyle. Supplements are meant to supplement a healthy foundation, not replace it entirely. We simplified Gerald's routine dramatically. High-quality forms of these three essential vitamins, taken consistently with meals, combined with simple dietary improvements. Within 4 weeks, he was sleeping better, had noticeably more energy, and even his mood had lifted significantly. Let me give you a simple, sustainable routine that Frank, a 66-year-old retired teacher, used to transform his daily energy and vitality. Morning. Start with a large glass of water and take your B12 supplement with a protein-rich breakfast, eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. The protein helps with absorption, and the morning timing supports your natural energy rhythms. Either get 15 minutes of gentle morning sunlight on your arms and face, or take your vitamin D3 supplement with that same breakfast. The fat from your protein source helps your body absorb the D3. Lunch. Include a source of healthy fats, a handful of nuts, seeds, or a salad with extra virgin olive oil. This provides natural vitamin E and supports the absorption of your other fat-soluble vitamins. The key is simplicity and consistency. Frank said, I stopped trying to be perfect and started being consistent. That made all the difference. He went from struggling through each day to having the energy and confidence to volunteer at his local library, take up woodworking again, and plan a cross-country trip with his wife. Here's what I want you to understand: it's not too late. The story that aging means inevitable decline, that fatigue and low energy are just part of getting older, that you have to accept less vitality, that story is wrong. Your body is remarkably resilient and responsive, even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. These three vitamins, vitamin D, the circulation spark, vitamin B12, the energy generator, and vitamin E, the protector and hormonal supporter, aren't just nutrients. They're tools to help you feel like yourself again. They're your pathway back to energy that lasts throughout the day, performance that lets you do the activities you love, and vitality that keeps you engaged with life and the people you care about. You have a choice. You can stay passive, accepting that this is just how things are now. Or you can take a simple daily step toward reclaiming your energy, your performance, and your vitality. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more senior-focused health content. Share this video with a friend or family member who might benefit. Sometimes the people we care about need to hear this information from someone else. Leave a comment and let me know, which of these 3 vitamins surprised you the most? Have you experienced the symptoms we discussed? Your stories help create a community of seniors supporting each other toward better health. Remember, you still have time. You still have strength. And you absolutely deserve to live with energy, performance, and vitality every single day. Your best years don't have to be behind you, they can be the ones you're living right now.